Chapter 1. Boom! In a small house in China, there was a shout. "Help! The wolves are taking my things!" It was the same in the other houses. There were wolves everywhere. Suddenly, Po and the Furious Five were there. "You're not going to win this time," said Po. He started to fight the wolves. Suddenly, Po looked into the wolves' eyes. He remembered something from a long time ago. He was a baby. He saw wolves and a terrible red eye. He shouted to his mum, but she ran away. "Po! Quick!" shouted Tigress. A wolf jumped at Po, and Po fell. Then the wolves ran away. "Why did you stop fighting?" asked Tigress. "I don't know," said Po. Po went to see his dad. "Why did my mum run away?" he asked. "Po, I must tell you something. I'm not your dad," his dad said. "What are you talking about?" said Po. "I found you in a box one day. You needed a home, so you stayed with me." "My mum put me in a box," said Po sadly. "That's terrible." In Gongmen City, Shen the peacock walked into Gongmen Palace. The Kung Fu masters were there. They were the rulers of Gongmen City. "You can go," said Shen. "I am going to rule Gongmen City now." Master Rhino was the best Kung Fu fighter in Gongmen City. He started to fight Shen. But Shen had something new. He had a cannon. Boom! went the cannon. Po was at the Jade Palace with his Kung Fu teacher, Master Shifu. "Look, Po," said Shifu. "I can catch a drop of water in my hand, and it doesn't break." "Wow! Can I learn that?" said Po. "Of course you can," said Shifu. "But first, you must be calm." Suddenly, someone came to see them. He was from Gongmen City. "Shen killed Master Rhino with a cannon," he said. "Now he rules Gongmen City." "Po, you must go to Gongmen City with the Furious Five," said Shifu. "You must stop Shen." "But I can't fight a cannon with Kung Fu," said Po. He was frightened. "If you are calm, you can do it," said Shifu. But Po wasn't calm. He was sad and angry about his mum. Chapter 2. Wolves in Gongmen City. Po and the Furious Five went on the Yangtze River. They were near Gongmen City. In Gongmen Palace, Shen laughed. "Soon I'm going to rule all of China." The old goat, Soothsayer, was with him. "Look into my future," said Shen. I see a great black and white fighter, she said. He is going to stop you. Now Po and the Furious Five were in Gongmen City. There were horrible wolves everywhere. The wolves worked for Shen. First, let's find Master Ox and Master Croc, said Po. They can help us. Good idea, said his friends. Master Ox and Master Croc were sad and frightened. Come on, said Po. Let's go and fight Shen. Master Ox and Master Croc didn't want to fight. Shen's cannon is too dangerous, they said. No one can help Gongmen City now. But we have to fight, shouted Po. For China and for Kung Fu. Suddenly, there were a lot of wolves. Po and the Furious Five started to fight. One wolf ran away. Po ran after him. They ran and ran, but Po was faster. I've got you now, he shouted. But then Po stopped and looked. There were hundreds of Shen's wolves around Po. Come with us, said one wolf. Shen is waiting. Chapter 3. Po meets Shen. It's good to meet you, Panda, said Shen. And now I'm going to kill you. Shen had his cannon, but Po and the Furious Five were fast. Before Shen could stop them, they broke the cannon. How were you going to fight us now? Po laughed. But Shen laughed too. He opened his tail. It had red eyes on it. Po looked at the red eyes. He remembered his mum again. And he remembered these terrible red eyes. But why? Who are you? Asked Po. But Shen was not there. I'm here, shouted Shen. Look! Po and the Furious Five looked. Shen was next to hundreds of cannons. Oh no! Shouted Po. Boom! Went the cannons. Quickly, come with me, said Tigress. They ran and ran. The cannons didn't stop. But Po and the Furious Five were okay. Tigress was angry with Po. We didn't catch Shen because of you. Po talked to the Furious Five about his mum. You can't fight Shen when you are thinking about your mum, said Tigress. Stay here and wait for us. We are going to break the other cannons. But Po didn't stay there. He went to find Shen. Did you know my mum? He asked him. Yes, answered Shen. She didn't love you. Come here. I can tell you more about her. Po started to walk to him. Suddenly, Po saw something next to Shen. It was a very big cannon. Boom! Went the cannon, and Po went up and up and up. Chapter 4. A Drop of Water. Po opened his eyes. He was in a small house, and Soothsayer was next to him. "Where are we?" asked Po. "This isn't Gongmen City." "This was your home when you were a baby," said Soothsayer. "A lot of pandas lived here. But then I did something terrible. I saw Shen's future. You aren't going to rule Gongmen City, I said. A panda is going to stop you. After that, Shen killed all the pandas. My mum loved me, remembered Po. Shen and the wolves killed her. She put me in the box so I could live. Po was calm now. He thought of his teacher, Master Shifu, and the drop of water. Po went outside. He caught a drop of water in his hand. It didn't break. If I can do that, I can stop Shen, he thought. In Gongmen City, the Furious Five had problems. They could not win their fight with Shen. "This is the end of the Furious Five," laughed the peacock. "And soon I'm going to rule all of China. No one can stop me now." "I can stop you," said Po. "And we can help you," someone said. It was Master Shifu, with Master Ox and Master Croc. They all started to fight the wolves. "It's time for the cannons!" shouted Shen. The Kung Fu Masters and the Furious Five were frightened. But this time, Po caught the cannonballs like drops of water. The last cannonball was different. It went up and up, and then down and down, onto Shen. Boom! Po and the Furious Five went home. Po was very happy to see his dad. "Dad," he said, "we did it! For China and for Kung Fu." The end.